Gromac, I
Does
told
anybody
you to
hear that?
stop doing that noise. It's annoying.
That's not me.
I'm being secretive.
Oh wait, is that Hjelder?
It's Hjelder.
Right here?
It does
Have
sound
I
like
been in
Hilda.
this
Is that a
cell long
window?
enough that I've gone insane?
Well, I can't actually reach the window, but I'm down here.
I look down. Is he down
Hi, my name's Mark, and you're watching Half Dice Will Travel, and we're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Okay, everybody ready?
there? Okay, where do we leave off?
Okay, last time, Lecor got you thrown into jail. Welcome to jail, bitch! Welcome to Half Dice Will Travel.
Not jail yet. We're just answering some questions.
Not even that. Okay, so last time you got yourself thrown into jail, because there was a scarecrow investigation. Taking us, well, for us a couple of weeks, but for our series 1 week back. Flashback moments. Viewable here if you haven't watched it yet. Oh no, down here. I got the drop box.
I was gonna say, how long has he been looking at this layout? He still doesn't know where the things go in relation to his head.
I don't. But on my Discord, I'm like at the right bottom.
No,
so
I know, but OBS overlay, it's just you and then empty space, so it's below
I
you
know.
always.
I just go like this because it's over there. I think.
No,
Let me get a mirror.
no.
Is this over there?
There, yeah.
Why? Why is it?
Nobody knows.
I don't know, but I really want to have so much fun with chroma key and your green wall now. Like, so much.
I was
His
wondering if
screen
that's
froze.
why
Make-
you did
make
it,
me go to
just
space.
for the background.
No, he really decided to put that on his wall for some reason.
Fuck you, it's amazing.
I love it. I just want to, like,
Very happy
play with
color,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a happy color. Okay, back to the game. We don't have that much time. So following up on scarecrow investigations, and running circles around the fields, you have started something that will later in time be known as the alien signs in the cornfields. No, I'm just kidding. All in all, you did not manage to pretty much find out anything about the scarecrow.
Oh my god, you guys suck.
We
But
did find a lot of lack of bones, and then there was a guy who probably had a bag of bones,
Yeah, and Nim was like, is that bones in the bag? And then we got arrested.
and then we got arrested.
There you go.
And there was an asshole living in the poor district. I remember that.
putting you guys into the northern ward guardhouse. The moment you are stepping in, shackled and all, you see there on a bench Hjelder waiting to go inside.
Hi, I guess.
Oh, hey.
Where have you been?
I just go like this.
No, we know him. He's with us. He's part of our group.
Yalder, how long have you been here?
How long have I been here?
I reckon you'd be waiting there for roughly about an hour.
Well, I've been waiting for roughly about an hour.
Were you
You
just
know-
expecting us to somehow end up here, or why? Why are
Well,
you here?
I was actually here on a different errand, but yeah, I could have thought that if I'm not around to control you, you just do this. Well, anyway, take him away.
The guards pry you in your back to move inside.
Get him.
No need to pry. We're moving.
Okay, there. You are collectively put into one big holding cell. There's not much.
Am I still
Not
outside?
You're still outside. Not much else going around, and you are just pretty much sitting there. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Grumek starts doing prison push-ups.
So we gotta get our stories straight. You can't prove that I went inside that house because I was a spider the whole time.
there might still be people listening to us, so maybe don't say too much stuff out loud.
Okay, so let's get our story straight. We're not
I
gonna
start
say
playing my lute as cover music for their
but
discussion.
we're gonna tell the truth. That's our story. Also, maybe answer their questions with more questions, and then we can figure out why there's all these deboned people everywhere.
I think Hjalder might be the answer to getting us out of here. Obviously, he knows the guards or something.
Yeah.
If we play our cards right, perhaps we can learn more about the explosion as well.
I'm also still not sure why Hjalder's here. He was very vague in his answer.
No, we should be very clear that we know him.
He was probably trying to put his name on the building.
You've got a point.
I agree, yes, but we should be clear that he's with us.
DM, is there any other cells around close? Like, can we hear anybody? If I look out of the bars, can I see anybody else?
Further down the hall, there are a couple of cells that are like singular cells. You guys are in the holding cell. So as you come in, layout is pretty simple. As you come in to the left side, there are a couple of offices, a guard barracks, sleeping quarters, stuff like that. To the right, right in front of you, there's a large holding cell, which you guys are in right now. A bit to the right, prison intake, and beyond that, a complete cell block.
Wait, and I'm waiting outside the building.
Yes, to be called in.
They're guards, nothing, or they just let us here by ourselves?
No, there are guards in the bit before, so in the hallway. There are a couple of guards outside. There are a couple of, like, imagine yourself being in a police station. Like, there are active people walking around doing their daily business.
But there's nobody else in the holding cell with us.
No, you guys are the only people inside the holding cell.
Do we not get, like, one free,
Sending spell?
paper bird?
Each?
Is that per person or per offense? Do we all get collectively one?
Well, technically, you guys aren't charged with anything yet, so you haven't been
Okay.
arrested. You're just being kept in a holding cell for questioning. Which I believe the guard has a right to detain you guys for 24 hours without any further charges.
Who do we want to send our paper bird to?
We
Do
don't
we
know
have an
yet that we
extra
can get
paper
a
bird?
paper bird.
I feel like we don't even really know anybody. I feel like it's besides the five of us and like Hjalder and Hjalder.
Well,
We
Hjalder
could send
is
one to
outside the
Hjalder.
building.
Is there anything you want to do, Shiro?
No.
Do they have a window in the holding cell, like
Yeah.
bars? Can I go underneath it?
Sure.
Let's go.
Grumek, I
Does
told
anybody
you to
hear
stop
that?
doing that noise. It's annoying.
That's not me.
I'm being secretive.
Oh wait, is that Hjalder?
It's Hjalder.
Right here?
It does
Have
sound
I
like
been in
Hjalder.
this
Is that a
cell long enough
window?
that I've gone insane?
Well, I can't actually reach the window, but I'm down here.
I look down. Is he down there?
Oh, that's Hjalder.
Well, it's like there are air holes at the top near the ceiling, so it would be
Okay.
quite high.
Can I see him?
No, you'd have to climb on something or somebody to look down.
Here,
Somebody
give you
give me a boost.
Grumek.
Okay, I'll climb up on top of Nim and look over.
Okay,
Can you see?
you see him.
You're heavier than you look.
It really is Hjalder. Hjalder, what are you doing here for? Can
Wait,
you get us
Grumek,
out?
Grumek,
Well,
I have a
That
question for you.
depends. What did you do to get in here?
How important is it that you actually have to see him during the conversation?
Hold on.
Please, go back. Whatever you do, do not
Phoenix-
break eye contact. It's important.
Phoenix goes over to Nim and kind of helps share Grumac's weight, so she like takes like half the weight.
Oh, I should have volunteered to be on
I don't know
top.
what you're talking about. I'm light as a feather.
What's everybody's passive perception?
Mine's
High as fuck.
15.
What is it?
I also have a
It's
15.
10 plus your perception?
Correct.
Mhm.
16.
Ooh.
Give me a moment. I have the fastest internet
11.
in the world, and it's loading.
Okay, Nicole, you believe you hear a guard coming down the hallway.
I poke everyone and say, "There's a god coming! There's a god coming!"
Nim, come on, grab him! And I just pull down.
Drop!
I jumped down into a dramatic landing.
I cough. I sputter, and purple little clouds come out.
Hello,
I-
guard. We
I-
are just trying our cheering routine.
Yeah, a triumphant noise to accentuate his landing.
It is cheertastic.
Grumac, where'd you go?
I don't hear anything.
So
As
is the
you,
god?
I suppose I go back around the corner and see if I'm being collected yet.
Well, the guard that came down the hallway is moving towards the front entrance to come and pick you up.
Good.
Well, I try to just stand in the holding cell, looking very not suspicious.
Does anybody have a spell to send him a message?
You mean like the spell message?
I wouldn't
No.
know that because I'm not a wizard.
No,
I got,
I
like,
don't.
Wind stuff. Dude.
Well, I don't, but if you break something, I can use mending.
I can make him blind if I can see him.
What
That
if
would
I
send a
whisper
message.
something into the wind? Can you make the wind carry the...
I don't think that's gonna work, dude.
I can create a sound within 30 feet.
Let's try the wind thing. Yalder, you're a douche.
Whoosh. There, he heard it.
Something about Hjalder likes rouge comes into your ear for some reason. Okay, as you're collected outside, you have the option to follow the guard in. What do you do?
I follow the guard in.
Okay, he leads you past the holding cells. Is there anything you want to do?
What did you expect? I kick him in the nuts and grab his wallet. No, I don't do that. I just follow him and I go, whoa, those look like a suspicious lot. I wouldn't trust them if I were you. You know, I happen to know a certain dwarf that has a certain range of spells like, Zone of Truth and other amazing things. So, well, you could use that dwarf instead of a magister, so being that the dwarf is standing right here. Yalder Goldrager, I can provide you with a lot of service. Let's continue on. I got my story to share with you first as I babble on, following the guard.
He starts to grin. He says, "You're one of them guys from Trollskull Manor, ain't ya?"
Yeah, I would be the guy from Trollskull Manor. You can also call it Yalder Goldrager Manor. Name is in the works.
I'm pretty sure
That's not
that
what
the
it's
report
called.
says Trollskull Manor. We've got a report on you guys. Please.
Well, I'm actually
Well,
here about
you're-
that report. I have some valuable information to share with you. Where do we go?
Right into here, please. Our captain will join you shortly.
Is he pointing towards the cell?
A door.
Oh, well, that's better.
Made out of steel bars. It's a cell. No.
God damn it!
No, it's a
No,
mimic.
As you
I open
As
the
you
door,
step
but
in-
don't touch it.
as you step in, you end up in the captain's office. It's a bit dusty, pretty boring. There's some weapons on the wall, trophies, as you may. Couple of sketches of former captains responsible for the Northern Ward. There's a large map from the area, specifically the Northern Ward, hanging there with all kinds of pins in it with different colors that you have no clue what they mean. Make me a perception check.
Isn't perception supposed to be... Ah, there it is. 22.
So as you look around the room and you sit down into the chair opposite the desk, your eye catches a label on one of the pretty big folders on the desk saying Trollskull Ellie investigation.
I try to read them, but inconspicuously, like this.
Okay, let's see where you end up. Back to the holding cell. Is there anything you guys want to do by now?
I mean, we're like locked in this cell, right?
I think Mark just posted a text in the chat.
Cough, Phoenix, cough.
I just can't. I can't like open any more programs when I'm recording. Otherwise, it messes up the screen. So.
Can you pick this lock, Phoenix?
Oh,
I don't think it's wise to try and break out of here.
That's-
we're not even. We didn't do anything.
that's what I was going to say. I mean, I don't know if it's a great idea to commit a crime while being held in a official public building.
Well, technically, they haven't charged us with anything. So we're
Sure.
free men.
But we are locked in here, and if we try to break out, we will be in violation of the Code Legal.
Can I clarify? Is the cell actually locked, Wouter?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm gonna take out my water skin, which is currently empty, and just inflate it, and then bounce it against the wall.
Sure. What happens if it opens up?
It's empty.
It'll
Isn't it filled with spores?
Yeah, but they'll dissipate pretty quick. It's a pretty.
Okay.
It's not a. Fill the room to really be dangerous.
Unleashed a plague in the North Ward.
I start playing music and casting minor illusions at the same time to create like a little cartoon.
Hold on. Let's give it a good listen and see if we can find out what Hjaldar's doing. I'll like put my ear to the outside and try to listen real hard, see if I can hear anything.
I will stop playing
Okay.
my music then.
Makes
I'm gonna
sense.
keep playing with my makeshift ball.
Make me
Phoenix will
a-
grab Nim's makeshift ball to make it stop making noise. She just.
Hey,
and then stab it and throw it out the window.
No, she just holds it. She's like, like a parent, just.
Mm-hmm. With the finger. Awesome. Yep. Okay, so make me a perception check, Mark. So back to Hjaldar. What do you actually do to try and read it?
That would be a 23.
Great. What do you move over? Do you open it? What do you do?
Wait, oh, it's a closed file.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Is there like a carpet on the floor?
Yes.
Okay, so what I do is I scooch up the carpet a bit so there's a bump.
Mm-hmm.
Then just go over to the desk and throw some shit on the floor, including the files. And then read everything whilst acting that I tripped, hit the desk, and threw stuff on the floor. So if somebody comes in, I'm like, oh no, sorry, I tripped and I'm cleaning this up, putting stuff back on the desk, but I'm actually just reading everything.
Okay. So the moment that you throw everything on the floor,
Well, I just don't go in like desk clear.
No.
Stealthily.
stealthily, it doesn't matter. The moment that the file opens up, you get a quick glance at it. Make me your perception check. But the moment that it all hits the ground and you get your first look into the folder, the door opens up behind you and the captain steps in.
Fuck.
But first, make me a perception check.
13.
Would the captain have walked past our holding cell, or would he have gone a different way?
No, he came from the administrative part. Okay, so there are a couple of things that catch your eye. First of all, you see the name Stone of Galore with large red circles around it. printed somewhere. You also see the name Xanathar somewhere. And what else catches your eye is that there's a name, Delacar, and heading to Trollskull Manor. And I'll put the name in the chat.
So Delacar, Xantharim, and yeah, Delacar, and then the Stone of Galore.
Mm-hmm.
Stone of
Galore. See if I can.
and Xantharim.
Yes. Mark, you managed to at least pick up on the ruckus inside, so stuff falling and the door opening.
It
So as
sounds
the
like he's being attacked.
Oh no. Maybe they.
Do you hear
think
voices?
we're up to something.
That's not good.
It just sounds like Yelder's in a tuffle. He's going.
That's what he normally
Well,
sounds
that sounds
like.
like Zelda. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true. Like, he could be just doing himself.
One would think if he was in trouble, we would hear a loud, girly scream.
That's true. She's
What?
got a point, Grumac.
When did I ever? Oh, never mind.
Okay, so as the captain comes in, he finds what he sees all too suspicious, and he quickly
Why?
gathers everything.
I'm a
from the
great
floor.
actor.
He says, "Please be seated." He
I
grabs
sit down.
the troll skull alley folder, opens it up, sits down, looks at you. Can you please explain me how you came into possession of a necklace of fireballs involved in a serious murder crime in our city?
Yeah, well, that's pretty easy to explain. So what happened is we heard the explosion, we ran out into the street, and, well, of course, we started to investigate what was going on in front of our property. So when the inspectors took over, we left the scene, but we had some of our people inspect the roof to get a more of a visual. So that's when we saw one of those metal freaks running away. You know, the ones from the Church of God. You could just buy him for some gold, I guess. And it appeared he dropped something down. So later we went down and looked for it, and there was a necklace of fireballs with one expended youth, I believe, somewhere over there. And that's what's in my notes. So Sam, stop shaking your head. It's the story I'm telling.
Uh-huh. So you say
just to be sure, the metal guy wasn't on the roof. He was like in an alleyway, and we saw him from the roof. There you go.
and you guys
I think that's correct.
You saw him running. Are you absolutely sure?
Well, I think was it Grumac? I think it was Grumac on the roof. Okay, so the big orc locked up in your dungeon, he could tell you more about the metal man and where he saw him.
Okay. He starts scribbling down in his file. It's curious. The dead tell a different tale. But please, do tell me why the moment that something happens in Trollskull Alley, you and your band of
business associates, sir. Thank you.
Let's call them business associates. And he starts scribbling again. What kind of business might that be exactly?
Well, at the moment we're adventuring to collect some resources so we can reopen Trollskull Manor as an inn.
Right. That's why my men found a safe recently forged in your...
That is correct, sir. We have a safe recently forged with the deed inside.
Just the deed, huh?
Shit. What else is in the safe? Wait, am I obliged to answer about what's in my safe? I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Do you happen, and please do keep in mind that this is an official investigation, are you in possession of a magical stone?
Am I in possession of a magical stone? Okay. It's been like a month. Give me a moment.
Louder, we don't remember what
No.
we have anymore.
That's where inventory keeping starts.
No, it's not in my inventory, so no.
I will say the safe inventory should be correct, though.
Oh wait, there's a safe inventory. Give me a moment to think
Correct.
about it.
Is that the party
If I knew
logo?
that, I would have answered what's in my safe immediately. Where the fuck's the safe then?
Oh, it's
Magic
under
items.
magic items.
That's what it should. So in the safe, there's actually also some gold we keep in there. But no, sir, we are not in possession of a magical stone. Or at least not me, and also not in the safe.
Can you please explain to me your relation with Never Ember and Delacar?
So I'm pretty sure I don't know Delacar. But we've met Neverember. What? No, but with Sir Neverember, well, his son at least, we saved him from a burning building a while back. He was. We were investigating the disappearance of one of Volo's friends, and while searching for this friend, we entered a warehouse where the Zentrim signs were seen, and we found his son, Neverember's son, in the closet, tied up. So somehow the building started burning, and we managed to get him out in time. So, well, he'd probably know us from that, is where I know him.
Mm-hmm. Give me a small second while I collect your orc friend, it was?
Half orc and friend, yeah.
And please try and restrain yourself from falling into my desk again.
Sir, I will not move a single muscle. And I freeze like a statue.
Very well. He stands up and walks off to go and collect Mark. Mark, you know this because you heard most of this conversation.
Someone is coming.
Are we getting set free?
I don't think so. I think he wants to question us. Probably me first.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Just tell the truth. Ish.
There are very, very many versions of the truth.
Tell the version that makes us look the best.
Indeed.
Tell them the cow thing, because that was pretty funny.
Before he comes, I'll start doing pull-ups. Like, just getting jacked, so my arms look rippled as hell.
Okay. A couple of seconds after you hang from the bar, the captain comes up. The only thing he does is just point at you and says, "You, come," as an other guard opens the door.
I do like one of them sweet, like, flip things over the bars, so I land on my feet and, like in a fucking dope stance. After you.
He follows you to a room that is opposite to Hjaldar's. Hjaldar, your door is open, so the moment you think that they're moving into your room, you see both the guard captain and Grumac moving off into the exact opposite room off the hallway.
Hjalte just locks eyes with Grumek and does the man nod.
I do one of these.
Okay. So they're being seated in that room. Hjalder, is there anything you want to do?
I'm here, not moving muscles.
Okay. So you're not moving an inch. Great.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how much I can not do in time?
He sits you down, Grumac. Looks you dead in the eye and says, "What does a gnome have for business with an half orc in a decrepit inn that you got from a field writer?"
Well, first of all, I don't know this gnome. Second of all, I've put 2 coats of paint on that building and it's not decrepit anymore. It looks very nice.
Oh, we went inside.
I swept that thing like crazy. I'm very good at sweeping the leg. I'm not sure, sir. You tell me what a gnome would have to do with business with us. Apparently you know more than we do.
Apparently I do. The thing is, your buddy in the other room says you've seen people running away.
Seen people, well, we did talk to a small child. That child said he seen something on the roof and hid. That's when the fireball exploded.
I knew that. Now I remember. It was the kid.
From there, we climbed the roofs and tried to get an assessment of the situation. I thought possibly I had seen a mechanical creature sulking off in an alley. We were also told that possibly one of the people there ran into... I can't remember the name of the business. Shit. Grumac would still remember though, right? It's only been like a day.
Yeah, the furniture shop.
The bent nail.
Oh, right, bent nail.
Bent nail, yeah.
Yes.
You didn't
Yes,
run.
he didn't run into it. He just saw near it. Yes, so I tell him like, yes, we believe one of the people involved were seen near the bent nail. Other than that, when an explosion happens on your front porch, you make sure to look all around to make sure it doesn't happen again.
It's funny how you put yourself so perceiving, yet missed everything that the dead managed to tell us.
Well, they did have a first-hand view, didn't they?
You could say that. Fact of the matter is that I still do not understand why the gnome was searching for you.
What information do you have? Maybe we could put our information together and come up with a solution.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, great. My greatest asset. Persuasion. As I toy with the scar over my eyeball. Bloop. 18.
It's actually pretty
Ooh.
decent. Taken a bit by surprise by your sincerity, he invites you to share everything you know, and he might be inclined to do the same.
I think if you get our whole group together, you will get a better picture of what information you need. As we've all worked together to come with it, perhaps as a group we can share more than enough information for you.
Let's first find out what your information is worth. Tell me everything I need to know, and I'll test it on one of your companions.
I'm unsure what you mean.
Just tell me what you know.
Well, we've heard that a gnome was coming to our place, and a fireball exploded. We've heard that a mechanical man was seen on the roof, and may or may not had a necklace of fireballs with it. We heard one of them was running through the bent nail, while the mechanical man may have been jumping across roofs. I tried to track him, but unfortunately my tracking skills are lacking in the city. Other than that, we have been investigating another mystery.
Which is?
There were scarecrows seen outside of the city. Those scarecrows were attacking livestock. We ended up facing a group of these scarecrows. They had a marking on them. That marking was the same as a farmstead. Upon investigating that farmstead, we found out that the farmer in question and wife had split due to some argument. When we went to investigate the woman's house, we ran into some problems.
Problems?
Yes, I find if you go to this location, you might find a grisly thing.
And what can assure me that you are responsible for this grisly thing?
I can assure you that I am not able to do such a grisly task. It looked like magic was used to tear some people apart. I use my fists, not spells.
Very well. He stands up. He moves to the holding cell, looks around, points at Phoenix, and beckons you to come with him.
All right, let's get this over with.
He pulls you. Again, the doors of Grumac and Yalder are still open. You guys are facing each other. One room after that, Phoenix is guided in. There are no guards between Yalder and Grumac. Phoenix, you're being placed down by the captain. He looks you in the eye and says, "How would one go about with magic to produce a gruesome sight at, let's say, a house?"
This guard is
Well.
such a dumbass. It's meta guard.
Do you mean like an illusion?
I don't know. Your friend just told me you came up quite a macabre sight, and it was not used by fists, as he clearly is athletic, but spells, as you are clearly one of the arcane.
I didn't feel like I got any particular
That's racist.
magical sense off of it. It was, I mean, it was disgusting. It was gruesome, to be sure. It looked like their bones had been removed, but it might have been with like blades. The only magic I got off of it was well, I can't remember. What was it?
Oh, okay.
It wasn't transmutation. It was, maybe it was. I can't remember. It's been too long. I got a magical essence off of it, but I don't think it was what was used to kill the poor people.
Give me a second. And he walks out, walks back to Grumac, says, "You know, the weird thing is that when you talk about a gruesome sight being placed by magic, and I asked the first mage that I can find, which is your buddy, she tells me it had nothing to do with magic, but it was being deboned with a blade. Something someone as athletic as you might very well be capable of. Are you trying to throw your friend under the cart by blaming her for something that you did?"
I think not, good sir. And if you would ask her, she had cast some detection spell and did find traces of magic. I assure you, this blade, and I point to the one on my back, was not used in any of these grotesque murders.
Can I please have it?
Yeah, I pull it off and I just hold it out. I put one finger on it so you can see how perfectly balanced it is.
He wants to take it off your hands. Examine it.
I'm presenting it to him. He can
Okay.
grab it.
So he grabs it, whistles for one of the guards. Please investigate this. And he takes away your blade.
Why are you taking my masterpiece?
While we were looking for the Emerald Enclave to discuss what we had discovered from their mission, we had found that Emerald Enclave was also attacked in the same manner. While we were on the way there, we were attacked by a demonic monkey creature. I don't know what it was called, but it was very large. If anything, perhaps this magic source was demonic in nature.
He looks at you, raises one eyebrow, and decides to put all of you back into the holding cell, including Yalder. For now. And leaves you there. For now.
Wait, what?
Can I have my ball back now?
It's not a ball.
It's kind of a ball.
I don't know what I said that was wrong. Seemed pretty normal to talk to me.
Well, I said the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I'm not sure what I'm doing in here. Anyway, there's a bunch of papers on this guy's desk that talks about us and, Trollskull Manor, and I share the information I have.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, Yalder. While you walked off on us, we found a whole bunch more corpses and got attacked by a giant demon. So there.
That happened. It was pretty cool.
Well, all I did was walk over here, talk to some guards, and wait on a bench.
I did almost chop the demon in half with your sword, though. It was amazing.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I think this sword has to be written up in legends. If only we had, like, a capable bard that could write songs and write legends.
Phoenix threw up.
What's with your voice? I mean, I can fix your lyre, but not your throat, so, be careful.
There once was a hero named Grumak the Orc.
You killed a demon with a spork? What you getting at?
I'm already halfway there.
Yeah, what are you gonna rhyme with that?
But you're supposed to write a legend about the sword woman. You see, that's why I said capable bard.
You had a sword made by an asshole dwarf.
Well, that seems correct, at least.
I'll work on it.
Is anyone coming back for us?
Not for now, no. Is anything you guys want to do?
Continue playing with my makeshift ball.
Is there?
I haven't given that back yet.
Down the hall?
Oh, she didn't give it back.
Did he grab his skull and turn it into a ball?
Didn't you say there was a lot more paperwork down there regarding our people?
Yeah, there's probably a lot more in those files, but he told me not to move, so I didn't.
Sounds like a job for someone who could turn into something very small.
I think they'll notice the blue guy missing from the cell.
Not if we put his clothes and stuff them with stuff on that bench back there.
Like, make like a scarecrow.
I already feel like
yes.
we're in a bit of trouble here for me turning into small things and getting into places, so I feel like maybe we should just sit here.
I also don't feel like us making a scarecrow would do anything to keep us out of danger when we're telling them that we think scarecrows are killing people.
No, but it's keeping with the theme, though. Okay, wait, let me just...
I
I'll just sit
really-
over there and think on it a bit.
In all honesty, I'm trying to
We
find
could
my
just
notes, and I cannot find my notes, and I cannot remember what type of magic was coming off of the dead bodies, but I want to say it was like conjuration.
I can look it up.
Sorry, I am looking. It's just been so long. Because I know that I did do detect magic, and we determined that it wasn't like any like combat magic. Like there was no evocation or abjuration.
I thought it was necrotic.
It's possible.
Yeah.
There was necrotic as well.
That
is
sounds
necrotic.
right.
Yeah, because I do remember that they were, it was like they had, I guess, disintegrated faster than they should have, the dead bodies. Not
It was like the
disintegrated.
bones got out and walked away.
Right, we thought
Why?
someone had done something to remove the bones.
Yeah, I remember we had said that at one point, that we thought somebody might have removed the bones.
Yep. It's necromancy.
Necrotic, okay.
Well, Hjalda and Grumak, what sort of feeling did you get from this? I mean, are we in the clear here? I mean, do you think we're under suspicion? What's going on?
Can I
Where I come from, we would just
retroactively
fight to the
insight
death.
that?
What?
Can I retroactively insight it? The juju vibes this guy's giving me.
Sure. Let's go with Juju.
17.
The only thing that you got from it is that you guys are clearly part of something bigger right now.
Well, I think we're part of a giant investigation and we're gonna rot in jail and die. Well, maybe not the last part, but the first part for sure.
Well, that doesn't sound. Well, rotting in jail doesn't sound very appealing, even without the dying part.
No, I mean being part of a great investigation.
Oh.
I don't
well,
think we're
yes.
suspects, but well, we're in jail, so I'm not. Well, I've never been in jail before. This is all new to me.
I don't know, I originally thought that they arrested us just because Nim pissed off the guard, but...
As did I, but apparently not.
So, after roughly 10 minutes, one of the guards comes back. He hands Grumak his blade back. He looks at Nim. Hello, female Nim.
Oh, puppy!
Looks at Nim and says,
Okay.
"You should choose your words more careful next time." He looks at Grumak, says, "Your blade has not been part of the gruesome sights that you've seen, and since we have concluded that you know nothing more than you've already stated, we are done here for now. You are no longer part of this investigation, and..."
Wait. So this Dalakan, who is he and why was he coming to meet us?
The only
Is he
thing
an employer of Everhard? What's
the only
Never
thing
happened.
that our guard captain told me to tell the half-orc was it might be a good idea to stop by the Temple of Gond if you're looking for mechanical creatures.
You see, Grumek, we should have gone over there to fight some of those things. We could have saved thousands of
Indeed.
people.
Thank you, guard.
No problem. You might want to try the House of Inspired Hands.
Right, that's the Temple of Gond, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
One of the, but by far the biggest.
Okay. What time of day is it?
Evening.
Should we just turn in for the evening and check out temple out later, or go now?
I'm kind of tired.
Well, I'm good with going now. There probably won't be as many people now as there will be in the morning.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Well, some of us have done some fighting since then. And I eyeball fucking Hjalder.
I'm fully healed. I'm good.
I'm not. Damn.
Wait, what? You're hurt? Did you say you were hurt?
Don't tell
No, I
Walter
said I'm
that.
fully healed.
No, I mean, Grumac. I something eyeballing Yalder. I missed it.
I just said we did some fighting since then. Some of us have done some fighting since then.
Oh yeah, congratulations and all that. So let's go.
Fine. We'll check out the temple and then go to bed.
Okay, small sec.
How far is the temple?
Require me going back to the map.
I'm assuming Hjalder or Phoenix knows the way to the temple too, because either that or we're just walking around.
Y'all are
I
probably knows it's pretty much a dick move to go there.
Yeah, I should probably know too.
Depends on where it is. I'm trying to find it real quick, seeds. Let's try and Holy Hands, not the one. Open. Solid green. Where the hell is it? Oh, you guys are. Oh, way up here, by the way. That's the fun thing about maps. What did I say it called? Many hands?
The Temple of Inspired Hands.
He says the house of inspired hands,
House
and
of
the
Inspired
temple
Hands.
of Gond.
In the Seaward on Shark Street. Seaward. It's all the way up here. And then. Ah, there you go. So I'll make it visible for you guys. Layer, map layer. It's right here. So it's pretty far away from you guys. On the other side of the city.
Where were we leaving from? Where were we in the holding cell?
Right here.
Well, that's fine.
So it's like, what is that? Roughly let's say 2,500 feet.
But not if you go like this.
True.
I say we go check it out then.
We might as well, and then there's a straight shot down that main road to get back to the manor, so might as well.
Yeah, all right.
While we're walking, Grumac is gonna be very attentive to see if they're being followed.
Maybe a perception check.
Yeah, only a 10.
Okay. You do get the feeling that you guys are being followed.
I've got the feeling we're being followed.
Should we start like
immediately
going?
turn around and check everything out.
I was gonna say, should we start going in like zigzags?
We could cut through some alleys
we
and try to
split
lay an
up?
ambush.
I'd like to pull Phoenix aside away from Grumac and his sword and ask if there's any way she can find out.
I don't
Phoenix
think
is-
you're that we're being followed at all with my 5 perception. We're fine. Let's just keep on.
Phoenix, is there any way you can find out if they've done anything to Grumac's sword that would maybe enable them to follow us or trace us in some way?
I mean, I could try to see if there's been any magic put on it. That's about it.
That might not be a bad idea if we think we're being followed.
I can cast detect magic as a ritual. I just don't. I don't know if we have to stop for me to do. I don't think I can do it while we're walking.
Give me a wee little.
And for this character, I can unfortunately only cast detect magic as a ritual, so I don't have the option of burning a spell slot.
Okay. So, what do you guys do?
Can we cast detect magic on the move?
Sure.
Is that possible to cast a ritual while we're walking?
I wouldn't know why.
Well, let me look at the
Not.
components.
We'll make sure you don't walk into anything while you're concentrating, Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think you just have to be touching it the whole time.
Yeah, and
so-
it doesn't look like there's anything material, so I can't imagine I'd have to be like
Wait, but
sitting
no,
in a
but detect
circle.
magic is like a pulse, right? Like a wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 30 feet around me.
I don't know. I always just thought of rituals as, you know, sitting down, drawing the magic circles,
Me too.
reading down the
That's exactly.
figures and going hamana, 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 and then stuff happens.
I feel the exact same way, but none of the components are material, so I guess there'd be no reason why I'd have to like stop and sit.
It could just be
But still,
chanting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be chanting.
I think it's chanting and
focusing.
hand stuff.
arcane.
Yeah.
Arcane
so I
hand
wouldn't-
stuff.
I
Sure.
wouldn't know why.
I'm up for some
why
hand
not.
stuff. Walking hand.
Okay. So then I will cast detect magic as a ritual, walking hand stuff.
Sure.
There we go. Yeah. So it's on Grumac's sword, but obviously it's 30 feet all around me, so it would pick up anything else as well.
Okay. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna put you guys on a different map. Pew. So as you walk down the street, Nicole, you hear something moving in this alleyway right here.
I'm at the one right in front of us to the right.
Yep.
Okay. I hold up my arm to everyone and I. Shh. There's someone there. I try to like indicate in the alleyway.
Is it dark already?
On the break of becoming dark.
So are the streets crowded or?
No,
Are the streetlights on?
not yet.
Do we want to just walk past the and be prepared for a possible ambush of some sort? Or do
Assuming
we
I'm
roll
still
somehow?
casting my spell, so I'm just over here like.
It's an interesting spell noise.
Yes, it's called Teething Baby.
That's not the spell you're supposed to be casting.
It might just be the spell you need.
So what do you guys
Nobody
wanna do?
needs the spell Teething Baby.
It's not the spell we deserve.
Can I push myself up against this building, like flat, while the rest of the
Sure.
group walks past?
Sure.
I guess I'll attempt to hide.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
Ooh, good 8.
Okay. You believe you are one with the night. And since there is no night yet,
Green shadow.
Green Shadow. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
I mean, am I still casting my spell or is it done?
No. You're in the midst of performing your ritual.
So that's what I'm doing.
I think we just keep on swimming. Keep on swimming.
Just keep swimming.
on-
Just
we just keep
just
swimming.
keep swimming. That sounds like good advice. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. But be prepared that something might happen.
Okay, so moving as a super ninja group, you hear a thumping sound coming further down the alley.
Thumping.
I revise my opinion. This might not be something we want to walk in on.
I go into the alleyway
How far?
so I can see what the fuck's going on.
Okay, as you come roughly about here, you see two yellowish white eyes staring at you from behind. Where's my snappy thing? That's a different layer.
It's just
From
two
behind
hobos having
these
sex,
crates.
isn't it?
From these crates right here, you see two yellow eyes staring at you.
I stare back into the darkness.
What do you want to do?
Can I get on the
How's it-
roof?
How's it going over
Sure.
there, Halder?
Want to
Is it-
climb up?
I thought
Yeah,
we were
I guess I'll
stealthing.
attempt to like
No.
flip up onto the roof.
Make me an acrobatics.
Is it like humanoid eyes or creature eyes, or
17.
It's
is it
creature
also
eyes.
just eyes?
For what you can see right now, it's just
What size are the eyes?
small.
Do the eyes look surprised?
Exactly.
You flip yourself up onto the roof.
Is
You
this
go
just
closer.
a cat? Yeah, I go closer.
Okay.
I also kind of drop Ninja Guard.
Okay. From behind the crate comes a pretty cat. Meow.
Oh shit! And I kick the cat. No, I don't. That's evil.
As it meows, though, Eliana,
That's
you are startled because right behind you, you hear a deep woof, and as you turn around, you see two people. Well, one person and one large dog, and a couple of other guys moving out of the shadows and surrounding you guys slightly. Now, for meta move, we are going into initiative. You guys are not in combat unless you guys decide that you are.
Yeah, meanwhile, y'all are just in the alley going, "Oh, who's the pretty cat?" can I attempt to pet the cat and take it home as
On your turn.
my pet creature?
Familiar.
And yeah, as a familiar, and can I like feed it pieces of rat? I'm pretty sure there's a rat somewhere.
You can try, but you know the manor has this thing for everything you bring home dies, so it might be applicable to
Wait,
cats as well.
what? Wait, what? I thought that was just orphan kids.
No, it's
You-
Liv. He's jealous.
You didn't think of the pet cemetery we have behind the manor, though.
Oh shit.
Or all the skeletons in the basement.
Ah, so you guys were to the deboning party. Shh.
Ah, y'all are moving fast as lightning with that sweet, sweet
I'm
16.
missing
Oh, that's pretty good for me.
Nim still. I'm missing Nim still.
Yeah, I rolled a
Best school
16
in
for
the UK.
initiative. That means we can play D&D now.
So Phoenix is casting a spell, so we can skip her. Yalder is petting a kitten, so we can skip him. Nim, what do you do at the sight of people surrounding you? And Eliana
Okay.
going, it's a dog.
I don't know if these guys are trying to kill us or not. But just I'm gonna fight anyone, but I'm gonna shillelagh and for my and I'm gonna heavy breathing, symbiotic entity, and get 12 temporary hit points just in case they are trying to kill us.
This dude next to the dog steps forward. And he goes, whoa, 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 buddy. We're not here to hurt you.
I'll be the judge of that, and then it's my turn.
Okay. Eliana, what do you do?
I shout back to him, well, you don't want to hurt us. We don't want to hurt you. So let's all just go on our merry ways then, shall we? And I start to like slowly walk away.
You see, Missy, there's the thing. We heard from a birdie that you lot of misfits have come into possession of something that could make us extremely filthy rich. I want that, and
See,
we
when
can
you say
have
that, it
two
makes it-
ways of this.
I feel like that's where our misunderstanding lies, because when you say those things, it makes it sound like you do want to hurt us.
I don't want to hurt you. You can just simply give it to me, and we'll all go our merry way.
We absolutely don't have anything worth any money or anything that's going to make anybody rich. Trust us.
That's funny. My connections say otherwise. So either you give it to us right now, or we'll start searching you one by one.
What is it exactly that you're looking for?
You know, a precious little stone.
Oh, the stone. No, yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, it's not what I believe. I believe you're holding it for yourself.
And I don't suppose there's anything I could say that could convince you otherwise. With me and all of my very dangerous friends here, I indicate Nim and his spores.
Oh,
And
you haven't really met my friends, now, have you? Well,
I-
there's a thing you can do. You can just pretty much hand over everything you've got.
I don't think this guy's getting the hint here that all of our money is currently tied up in real estate, and thus we don't have it on our person.
no, I don't think he's realizing that. You don't understand. We're like piss poor broke. Like seriously. Do we even have a pot to piss in at the manor? I don't even think we've got
I don't
that.
have a pot to piss in. I've been going out the window.
Right, okay, good. So not just me then. That's well off. So really, your contact has completely turned you on your head. Unfortunately, we cannot help you. If you insist on continuing this transaction, my friends and I will be forced to hurt you and your friends.
Well, you see, Missy, we're piss poor broke as well.
Also, I need you to stop calling me Missy. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very disrespectful.
All right, sugar. Here's a jet. You guys have a piece of stone. I want it. We need it. We've got pretty decent information as to the fact that we know you've got it. Or at least somebody was trying to get it to you, so it's two things. You either know where it is or you have it. Both are valuable for me.
Can me and Yalder hear any of this now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can Grumag
So-
jump from this roof to this roof?
Yeah.
Okay. Can
Is
Grumag
that all you
jump
want to
down?
do?
Can Grumag jump down off of this roof in front of this guy?
Sure.
Okay. Can Grumag shove his sword up this guy's butthole and make him die on it?
You can make an attack action if you want to.
Yes!
See, I told you not to piss us off.
So Grumag hearing this, he just like surveys the area and then he jumps from one roof to the other because he can hear the little bandit down there like snickering, and he drops down off the roof with the sword in two hands and just
Maybe an
slices
attack
down.
with advantage.
Come on, Katana. You love to chop people. Oh, not great damage, but 21 to hit.
Hits. And I have to roll initiative now.
Louder, I would have been holding an action until someone tries to attack me.
Sure.
Okay.
And descending, going to Gru Mac. Okay. Slice him thoroughly. Oh, see, we're gonna do this the hard way then.
I'd also like to kick him in the face.
Sure.
Is it still advantage or no? Now that he sees
Yes.
me, it still is. Nice. Kick you in the face.
How
7
do you
more
kill him?
damage. I just kick him so hard in the side of the head that blood squirts out of his other ear. And then I turn my sword towards the guy doing all the talking. I said, "Enough of your talk, silly man. I will cut you down before you can get away and wear your dog for boots."
On boots.
You think that's supposed to impress me? We're gonna do this the hard way. He pulls out his scimitar and dagger and charges into Eliana.
I would shoot him with my crossbow. That was my
Sure.
as he comes.
Fire away, buddy.
An 8. Does that hit him?
Hardly misses. He comes charging in with his scimitar, and he is super fast. He tries to strike at you 3 times. I believe the first one and the last one, 16 and a 20, both hit,
They do.
amassing you to a total of 13 damage. Yalder, you hear battle erupting. This dude also grabs his scimitar, tries to grab Nim on the shoulder and shove his scimitar in your back,
Please don't.
but hardly misses.
I'm gonna use my reaction to make him take some spore damage. This Constitution saving throw, if it comes up on the thing.
Okay,
Ah, that's fine.
is no problem.
I like that it says erotic damage.
Yeah,
Erotic damage.
Just erotic.
sex.
Yes, it was
damage.
6 erotic damage.
6 erotic. And this one will try and do the same
It's
at
real sexy.
Phoenix. Could give you. Nah, I'm not dead. 12 to hit, which I think misses.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Misses.
Your turn. Do your break your ritual to start combat.
Yes. So
Okay.
I will immediately stop casting my ritual, and I will cast Toll the Dead on the dude in front of me.
It's a wisdom save.
Yes.
Sure to have blue screen of death again, but he's returning. Whose dog is that?
It's Gimli.
Oh.
Just
What the fuck? Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom 16.
Ah, fuck. You just made it. Okay.
The Mastiff bares its teeth and will try and support its master and bite Eliana. But 10 horribly misses
Indeed.
as it starts snapping at your limbs. Nim, what do you do?
I'm gonna besmack probably this bandit that's right and getting up in my grill here.
Up in my
As soon
gorilla.
as all right. Big old whack from my quarterstaff. Is a 13 gonna hit?
A 13 hits, and it's enough damage to kill him outright. So how do you want to do that?
Geez. I just like smack him across the face, and he does like a little turn and falls over.
Okay. Yolder.
Ha! I texted her. It worked.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. I thought I had unplugged my headphones so I could hear stuff when people came back, but I didn't. Sorry.
Okay, so hearing combat, Yolder turns around, runs out of the alleyway, sees the situation, and I will cast Spiritual Weapon right above Bandit Chief Ugly Face.
I want you to know that I pictured that with Hjalder setting the kitty down very gently and then running.
Yeah. He goes, oh, such a pretty. We're fighting. I'm so sorry, Kitty. I just have to.
No! Mark!
It's fine. We're good. I have his picture. We're good.
Well, that's something at least.
What the... Ah, there we go. Where do you want it?
In the space above the.
Second thought? Here. You have access to the icon.
I want it there, and I know it's a glowy, fancy sword thingamajiggy, but it's just a big ass, ugly dwarven hammer.
Sure. I don't have that image.
No, I figured. And I attacked the captain with it.
Cat? Captain, my captain. That hits. Hard.
Good. 20 hit for 11 force damage. And then, I still have my action. So I run a bit further. I go over here. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Liana. One, two.
Yes.
Liana,
Hi. Hi. I want to cast Bane on the three things around me. So the bandit chief, the mastiff, and the bandit that's right there.
I haven't showed you this cool pic yet. Boom.
Aww,
Nim's
poor
new
puppy.
mount.
No, but Nim's not small though.
Aw. Sad for me.
Hjalder's kind of small though.
Y'all's kind of small, indeed.
Charisma saving. Okay.
Charisma saving throws.
Charisma. I will make this charisma for Bandido first. Bandido, check. Then we took Mastiff. Mastiff makes 6. Then Capitan.
Mastiff fails.
Capitan makes 4.
Capitan and Mastiff both fail.
Okay. Attack roll saving throw before it ends. Target must roll a d4. Subtract a number. Okay.
I would also like to move around the bandit. Does his spiritual weapon take up that whole space, or is it like flying up in the air?
Yalder.
Yeah, I'm checking. Floating, so it doesn't fly. It's just in the space
Hovering.
there. Yeah, it's pretty big as well. I think it occupies the space.
So I can't move through it.
Through it.
I think you can move through it. I just don't
You
think
can move
end your
through it.
turn.
You just cannot stand in the same space, but you can run through it. Yeah.
And if you go there, the Mastiff gets an attack of opportunity. There you go.
There you go.
But then the bandit gets an attack of opportunity.
Well, what if I just? Oh yeah.
Why?
I went around through Nim instead.
Because
She
she goes.
goes through here and then
Yeah.
down here. She leaves his threatening square.
And if she goes
Well, then
like this, the bandit captain gets one.
Oh
she
right.
This square over here.
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
I think I thought she was somewhere else. That's why I was like, huh?
No, it's fine. I know I didn't realize I'd be going past the other guy. I'm staying.
Okay. Grumak.
Okay, so Grumak would love to run up here, do a backflip over the Mastiff, and then unload all hell on the bandit captain.
Sure.
Do I need to roll anything for the backflip?
Acrobatics.
Come on, acrobatics, don't fail me now. Oh, no, not with advantage, Joe. Well, still would have been 14.
You managed to do it, but not as gracefully as you'd hoped.
Whatever, it's all about power. And then I will unleash hell on the bandit captain with first a katana attack. 15 hit.
Yes.
And then I will do flurry of blows and punch him back of the neck 2 times. 25 and a 15.
That's some significant damage.
Yeah, so I flip over to Mastiff and just like two swift kicks to the back of the head, which will be 23 total damage.
Yeah, he's not looking good. Okay, so he is not happy with you, and he, with a bloody grin, turns around and says, "Oh, I'm gonna mess up your pretty face."
Joke's on you. This face ain't that pretty.
Let's see. Scimitar. And then a scimitar again. And a dagger. Think everything misses?
Is that a copyrighted move, Grumak?
Yes.
Let's see. Bandito was trying to murder Phoenix, so he'll continue doing that. Try and stab Phoenix for 16.
Okay, and then I will use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke. And no slots, please. First of all, I haven't used any spells. Second of all, this is a spell that I get as a tiefling, not as a warlock, so it doesn't affect my warlock spells.
Dexterity.
And Phoenix just like, she like points her finger at the creature, and he's just surrounded in flames.
He's failing hard. You roll a 4.
19.
You're just like, bad dog.
Phoenix's eyes are like burning embers. Her hair's like blowing backwards.
So it's what, 3d10?
It's 19 fire damage.
19, Jesus. He goes to crisp.
This is the first time ever that so far this whole game I've been going, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
Do it.
He dies horribly.
What should I take?
Gift you for some reason.
Yeah, then it's Phoenix.
How much was my damage?
7.
It was just that scimitar attack? Okay.
Yep. Only as Capitan Bandidos has
And
multi.
because I killed him completely dead, I actually get hit points too, so. Dude, why is this being so slow? Oh. And then how many do I get? Charisma modifier plus my warlock level 5. So 8. Okay. Oh, is it my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Fun. I like that spell. Okay, so I am no longer in combat with the thing. So, Phoenix will move. 15. Then here. And, I guess the last guy with the, yeah, that guy. And I will cast Eldritch Blast for not so good damage.
And
26.
On Captain or on the...
On the guy with
Dog.
the red bandana.
That hits.
So for 7 damage.
Yes.
Because I do not have Hex up.
Okay. Mastiff will try and bite Eliana since he's not smartsies. 17 to hit. Hits, I think.
Yeah, that hits.
3 damage, and you get to roll me a strength saving throw.
And he can make me a
Actually, he has to.
Constitution saving throw.
He had Bane actually, so he also has to roll a d4 and subtract that from the attack.
True.
Ooh, he'd take 5 necrotic damage.
So that would miss then? 14?
Yes. Yeah, that misses.
And as he tries to bite you, he bites through the spore cloud, cuffs, and dies.
Aw, puppy!
Oh.
His name is Shoes.
Was.
Nim.
I'm gonna stab gingerly over the mastiff corpse and give this bandit leader what for with the business end of my quarterstaff with the 7 to
Or not.
over the massive corpse.
I mean, he
and
gave
I'm
him the
going-
business end. He just, you know, he showed it to him.
I showed it. I showed him my mushroom. What
Look,
did I
I have a quarterstaff.
I can't remember the mushroom's name. Or was it?
Yalder.
I don't remember.
I will do a simultaneous
Sounds
attack with my own Warhammer and also the Spectral Warhammer. So let me just click the repeat button if I can find it. There you go.
That hits.
For 4 amazing damage.
Hmm?
And then with my own Warhammer. Kaswoosh!
Misses horribly.
God damn it.
Eliana.
That's it. Well, wait, maybe I move. Ha ha!
I will cast. Shit.
It's a
I will
good
cast
spell.
Vicious Mockery. Yeah, shit's a real good spell. I will cast Vicious Mockery on the bandit captain.
Yo, mama, make the bandana.
Be like, your friends are dead, your dog is dead, you gonna be dead. Boom. Fuck you.
Rolled really well on most of their saves.
Yeah.
He's got thingy.
Oh wait, he has to. He's baned too. Yeah, he needs to do a D4 too.
Oh, 14.
Ah, yeah, he still makes it. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Grumac. Like,
Grumac
I
will-
pictured this with this dude like barely on his knees, and you just in a circle pounding his ass from all sides.
To be fair, I'm in the distance, just shooting him with force damage. So
Grumac.
I didn't even.
Grumac just slowly bears the blade and says, "Do you see now the futility of this fight? You now die." And he just unloads on him with another flurry of blows. 10 might miss.
Horribly.
12?
Nope.
17?
Hits.
Oh, he's still not dead, motherfucker.
If the other two would have hit, he would have been gone.
That's alright. I kicked him in the face. Taste my toes, motherfucker.
He, on his turn, takes a disengage action.
And he's also gonna have to do a Constitution saving throw.
What's my thing there?
And I rolled minimum damage.
And you rolled a 7.
So 3 necrotic damage.
So, cuffing and bleeding, he crawls out of you guys and starts to run down the street in fear of his life. His bandit buddy's dead. Phoenix, what do you do?
Phoenix is like, you can run. Who'd we lose?
Mark.
Never mind.
And he's back up.
If I used the right mouse, there we go. She will move a little bit, and she will cast Eldritch Blast. Yeah, for 15 damage.
How do you shoot him in the back?
As she sees him start like trying to crawl away, she just starts running after him and just blasts him with force damage so that his body just kind of like crushes from the weight of it.
Okay. His body falls lifeless to the ground. You guys are out of combat. What do you guys want to do?
I'm
Got
gonna
to go.
take
Phoenix,
out
no
power
way!
pieces.
Oh, god damn it, we did it again.
Oh, but Grumac seemed like he didn't want me to keep him alive this time. I was watching for cues.
I'm gonna take out 2 copper pieces and cast Gentle Repose on the Mastiff. Because I feel bad.
I'm gonna take the dog's cool.
Well,
Does he
that's
actually
gross.
have that like armor with the pouches on?
Yes.
Because I want that. I'll take that dog armor.
Hey, you
Okay.
can't just take somebody's dog armor.
It's dead.
I say we just quickly loot these guys and get the hell out of here before we are discovered with more corpses around us.
Yes,
Yes, I
let's
agree.
do that quickly. And also, what the hell were they looking for? A stone?
Yalder
stoned.
strokes his
Oh, is
beard,
that what they
thinking.
said? I thought they wanted to get stoned.
When we were
Yalder-
being questioned, the guard kept asking us about some stone as well. Quick, let's move these bodies off the street, loot the shit out of them, and get out of here.
Let's do it.
Sounds
Yalder's just
good.
stroking his beard, thinking, and every time his hand goes down, the hammer just squishes something. And then it dissipates.
Yalder, help us. Stop squishing everything and help us with these bodies.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're moving them somewhere, aren't we? Oh, yeah.
Well,
We
We
guess
can also
just
just
dividing them
get
into
out
the
of here.
alleys, right?
Oh, let's feed them to the cat.
That's what I was
Let's
thinking.
just
Yeah.
search them really
Yalder's
quick
new
and
friend.
run.
Yeah, I'm with Phoenix on this one. And
Yeah, let's
Yalder
do
starts
that.
running because he has short legs.
Okay, besides the mundane gear that they're wearing, so scimitars, light crossbows, leather armor, and the bandit captain has a studded leather armor.
Ooh, I want that.
You guys find 16 silver pieces.
No notes, no like anything like, hey, these guys have a freaking stone to go get yourself killed trying to take.
Not so much as a note, but there is a scribbling with your descriptions on it.
So I know.
I take it.
Can I look around? Do I see anybody leaving the area after our fight? Like anybody that may have been watching?
There are more than enough residents who are trying to stay hidden behind their curtains, who gazed upon what just happened here, but nobody's acting on it.
Nobody outside, like in the streets or anything?
No.
Okay. And there's nothing special about the dog armor?
No.
Let's move
Armor for
stealthily
dogs.
and get out of here.
Well, I figured if I ever get a dog, he can carry my stuff around for me.
So I suppose we just start moving, getting out of. Like, should we like duck through some alleys and try to like get our scent not to join?
What do you guys want? I mean, if you guys want to go down the main road after doing this, it's fine with me.
Are we
I mean,
still
I'd
heading
say
towards
let's
the
try to
house?
get home and we can, go the back roads and stuff. We don't need to.
So forgo the temple.
I think we still
Oh, right.
go to the temple.
We can still go to the temple, yeah, but we can just take the back roads.
Yeah, we'll take a slight detour.
Yeah, zigzag a bit.
Let's cut
Like
through
Phoenix
some
said.
alleys and then try to make sure nobody's following us.
Okay, so what would have taken about 50 minutes to get to the temple now takes roughly half an hour. But you're fairly certain that you shook everything off if there were any pursuers to start with. You find yourself in front of the House of Inspired Hands. And now, of course, I don't have my description because reasons. The House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a tooth cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently. You see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop of the temple. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air and then veers right towards you. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Oh, motherfucker.
Why?
should've
I
sat
wanted
with some
to learn about the
shurikens.
clockwork
I'm like,
bird.
Goddamn clockwork bird.
And just for
Guiding bolts, guiding bolts.
for Wouter's reference, Phoenix would have taken like the scimitars and stuff so that she can give them to Hyalder to make more things.
Sure.
Because she saw him do that one time, and it was pretty cool.
Eliana would tell everyone, all right, now I'm in the market for a puppy, so keep your eyes out for a friendly dog roaming, possibly in the neighborhood. Something
Also, while running to the alley.
This is Groovemac, and I will tolerate you watching for now.
Can I take the cat and train it to eat Pip?
It's long gone.
God damn it.
Aw.